no and a geographic committee submit black
e wo bibia eho na ye resolve the problem na abani wi a enkwa no how do we bring it back no the problem no enti the see no me di say security for nimpanyimfo asomu no on be ye hu bibia ma adwobre aba ma asundwe so aba isan say e ba ne say ye ma na ye na ye problem pa o me ma ne de mo ho ka wura no mo wura ba bia no ye ma no ye ne ye ma una ame abewe bi dadam akwesi uja ne ho adwane ana ukutam na hyekere na ne adwane
exactly
ye be pagya to dan nim na wo de wo nan ubetimi adwane na wo ma ame ye hwili no che mu a uja ne ho dan nim ana wo koyi no na ne mi enu adwane e problem nti ya na ye sere wo mo se wo ma sundwe emra meka I confirm de no emsa no pay ya trigger enkomodie wa ha se ya ba bia me gina na nam da so gina say 10 years ni since 2014 afi ni ebe correct enti adwin we na the obi be kanu ni say e after thought.
I think to be fair to the NDC people,
I have born for 10 years.
To be fair to the NDC people, at the time now, I remember say a lot of their
correct.
But you see at the point no why that is the point. We are all victims of that. To be fair to them, I remember okay, so the story itself was that no someone young confirm. Emma the nordness send a bear south na yatom. But the real problem is that almost confirm but almost na
you're starting
almost started projecting. The project almost started projecting. But sikadie bemu
obi ani no kura
obi ani no omo na omo in charge of the project omo disca.
Okay.
It is the number of beds and also moton. They didn't do that. In the kakana omo yen na omo ma household no say omo process na omo fa man. And no and na Manasseh call ya a security man be catch and say or say jokingly according to Manasseh jokingly no omo call Burkina Faso na omo nyamba and na Manasseh so be storm and be propaganda. And so the truth of the matter is that I confirm the anywhere Uganda call Burkina. That is the fact. Omo yen na anya omo diska. Omudisca.
I said, "Honey, crank here. Who change?
They chop money. They chop money. And it's for Agambire. Sample for the Sada was under the Sada project. Was under the Sada. Where is Sada? I will give Sada project. Was under that. So Omudisca.
Send the Sikano could be any who change confirm what Burkina.
Omudisca
and dwelling on a confirm to Burkina.
Send and never any more sensational. Exactly. Hey, I confirm it to. Now go meet me to for my car to Siani.
Omutu dia but ontu
for my car to Siani the BK. I car to Siani. The couple Tamale to Burkina. It's just like a car to Siani. The government made 12 free Tamale da Burkina. But at the time I make no end is from why he. It's in the say you cruise say you go ya jatu.
Ghana for so ji to my
and MPP abaso in Ghana politics or in Ghanaian politics. MPP I call them the spin doctors. Who mean how to spin story. And I love them for that. I'm telling you, MPP, they know how to spin stories than NDC. I am telling you, my observation.
I see.
On the custom wall, when they bet everybody, see on the kind of passion. MPP, I love them for that.
Now, one example, 2009.
I love them for that.
Ebra power changing hands. Now, NDC for about say 2009 was 2010. Who said that could be an adjo? Yeah, that's sorry. You say a earthquake be seen to be a medabont. Earthquake ni si yanka me gi se kume because ma ante. Na be fool adum. Na de chinya me call me ma me ho na me buafu ni pa fra wana. Ye nyina ye pie free fie.
Park so na de ade.
Me ba aduma ha ma chi ne be se ni pa gina. Yes say na NDC fo akoye bibi aban na waba na ye bibi. E na anadwo na nkrofo MPP fo edi. Explaining no mo de earthquake na eno ni select say wildfire.
Of course.
Ekoye me say sana adwo Ghana make or kai wo. Yeah,
me
be free dey say bra ba bi e hoye open space.
I could not park. I remember.
Before the night gowns and no man remember the omo enwoma omo de da enyina begina bontinti Spain asema wo ka.
Oh yeah.
Afani no be adibiti enu
yeah, but MPP
wo ka no say MPP dey ni ba wan hwa obaje di.
Omo is super.
We educated kwa wan hwa obaje di.
Omo is super on that.
Wow.
I'm telling you. It is a confirm issue.
I'm making some money in a week.
Oh yeah, I mean.
I did some money in a week. Minim cross a year can you be more by say na net ya.
Oh, I mean, well, that's the fact. And the amount.
Oh, fact, and
as to whether they agree, that's the whole matter. That's the whole matter. Mami can't road to today.
Me too, Kwesi.
Baumia, and I'm happy Baumia is saying this.
Yeah.
And the argument in the say, Omo say flash areas. It's about Kumasia. Yeah, it's a parkour estate. Not as a mass.
Any patasene or the no.
Tobu to be anyhow.
Yeah.
It's in Jatu.
Yeah.
Kumasi Tobu to be a whole command council. Kubasi just one and another Tobu to see. It's in the sound of honor.
And in fancy.
And I say fancy. Walk up, very good. It's you begin to realize that we share bomb, we share man council. Omo matito hono. Relatively, almost as some form. But Omoko baby Omutia told. But the year yet patasene park in the cantonment in the regional. Tobu to be anyhow. It's almost in a Yesica for. So I think Baumia has really provoked the minds of Ghanaians out. Then what it means is that if anything, in your case, anything to go by, and even your Tobu be Ghana. If we have a lot of Tobu Ghana. Because Santasi say, exactly. It's or see you share how the polling no be able to turn the pepper because I say it's Cafona and what Ghana do na omo fam ho de omo tie bi than omo in casino and it's too no more it's all kind of for now let's see how we work around with it it's that before anything I'll become delegate one now
no he should then move bebre sabio
okay is that for my movie on if there is any other newspaper yeah, movie. Okay. I think that's all for now.
And I pay you road safety for.
Great.
Road crashes I see from January 1. EBC and May. Kwesi ni pay who 2000.
Yeah, I mean one of the leading deaths in Ghana.
Ashanti region leading.
Yeah.
And kwesi de onam kwan ho aka abono ne otika mu akoko no ne chese kwesi fa kwan ho no ekobeye 2000. First a year first January basic August year
it's in half of the year.
Nipa ewu no
nipa 2000 and I sure most at
two was zero safety for na pay near the home komo near except minumi enu aye twika passenger wonam kwan ho pedestrian wonam kwan ho ne passenger wo tika mo bia won chefa abai won chefa police for wo mo chefa why na enya ne die ye nam so masa na ma we nyina ebeba.
I think for me omunye a lot of public engagement church stations no more. I don't see that happening more. I see them doing a lot of newspaper, TV and radio. But almost stations now, I think that was said.
Road safety campaign and school for commerce.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I think they should go deep down to the people. Maybe I don't know periodically. Maybe 1 month to be training. 1 month first, not be about another bench station. They've done well with that. But I can tell you. Oh. The circle that beer bus walk kwana
ota no de ahye ni seat ase wo twagum ebi kwa home asra o snefe
sisi aka tofi
Kwesi
o metafre a
I wish thank me no na ti ade
o my high no mu twika no njebe was it Henry
people them are secret
nobody's true it is very true I'm for drivers no but the tofi to no
so odi tofi bia
so tofi no ma wom no ma tofi ni no ma wom exactly
no kunkrofo
nipa ne ba hunu sentetia no ne nam no so saa
Kwesi Danny say my happy birthday man
okay
Daniel osebo achia ni wo fie ha Danny boy na bebre na afre no se ye ma Mrs. Porsche Abafo o United Kingdom UK happy birthday every Danny ne Mary Danny ene ne Mary o say ma Porsche Abafo happy birthday Porsche e UK nti happy birthday to you why nyame sha papa no ma wo ahoden ene enyini nkyere happy birthday
fantastic iti ebujafo ye the news person no ebesia o see before that wasigi and we bia na
me nwanwampo
we bia na
o defend the driver for ne ku
ye very important ma papa o you know party is very important man and it's a for the news person besia e twa ye ready send ye ken road safety for ba mumbie masumi na munti ne send be boni pa ho ba very important ti ye besia up next e ye Ghana to say I be road safety ho asem
Road Safety Authority for aboyamane ese wohwe Ghana nyina enipa road crashes eku omo afi efi January 1 edi besi ene August bosumi ya yedimo kasa yi no omo dodo ye 1237 ena ewuwo efi January ebesi June po na chese July August kra enka ho na enipa 1237 yi ye chichemu a mantam regions ahodo ni nyina baabi a obia eginani Ashanti region ena elidi ehana nipa dodo no ewuwo breakdown no 325 Ashanti region 325 region yimu de eno no na Eastern region epoemantamu atoaso eno 300 Ashanti 325 no Eastern region atoaso na 246 deaths no 246 na Greater Accra enkran atoaso ana watoso miensa eno 204 Otimantamu Oti region ene atoaso ono so ewo ho saa na National Road Safety Authority for de muama ne baba o chese distribution is said etie ni Oti region 4 from January to June na wo de toto last year ya fi etwa mu no na 8 January to June the same Brenwa Bono East 41 afi last year January to June 71 North East 11 this year last year na 18 Ahafo 15 this year last year Sabre ya na 24 Savannah 15 last year Sabre mu na 21 Upper West 15 last year Sabre mu na 20 Central 82 last year by this time na 95 Greater Accra 204 last year by this time na 231 Volta 41 last year by this time na 41 sa omo de figure no ansesa Upper East 35 last year na 35 sa omo so ansesa Western North 41 last year Sabre na 38 we said the figures no a omo de aba no a ebi de so atete mienu bi maintain the same figures nanso yenyaye nanka 00000 ena hihye baabia 00 nanka hihye baabia me kwa na mabade onipa nyare nanso wokwa akowu said obi bo na nwum no onipa nyare enso wokwa akowu upie firifie ekotena ka mu na ede asam aba etimi ba se ka ebo ewo kwanchen etimi ba se wo a wotika animu nso etimi kokun bicycle etimi pia wo to twene abobo ya ne pragiafo etimi di sansemone no ni nyina emu nsem no akoye bibia ye wo ho a esese yehwe na yeka ho asem papa enipa kase a wo munim de nka oman ne betimi atape na yede aboa oman ne nchichire no yehwiri wo mu nyina wo behwe no kra na enipa no omu age no range from baabi kosi baabi a eye babunu a mojamono ne ahoden wo mu yanka wo mu ebetumi aye dwumaden de aboa oman Ghana na enko yie enye kama kra esese ye bibi de efa ho studio mu ha ene anopai yenya owura Samuel Adujima assistant planning manager and programs National Road Safety Authority ewo Asante Mantamimu Mr. Adujima na che
mejo so anu nyaba
na what say
onyankopon adom
ti adwuma so boko de
onyankopon ti
adwuma mu so what they compare January ebesi June just second quarter emu a abosumi nsin edikan wa fi mu na they compare the same time last year who say baby wo ho a eso tete baby won so motimi two regions itimi maintain the same figures and a baby won so akwani mu a appreciate ya Ashanti region had a do so dodo ye ni lead
yes
mo dwuma no abere mo so
yo mechia Oyerepa hwefo nyina ne tiefo nyina papa on the Ashanti region so papa Kwesi agene mboate also mechia adwuma no emo yeso na obi can say there's more room for improvement obi a say be ready first for class kwa na sa na ye kano na de bia say me sika no say wote ye nka na say Oyerepa TV ni radio dwumedia ye di wo so eye na wotwe bia ye bodewuro say obi amono nkwa ho ban no wo de watie na wo de ye adwuma to Oyerepa for mo ya ade nukwani adwuma na yesi wonsom onye nipa na road safety so no nukwe ni ye cheche mra ni ye cheche kwan ebefa so yusu ye kwan no sebi o se ye hye wo se chinchina ye nia ye ka no ukodu kwan no so a dwumadi no wankasa pa na weden wodie enu nti nia me hu ne se nia ye hu kire se nia ye ka no in fact ye wo Ghana fo bi a sebi o mo ya madwen se o mo de nia ye ka no o mo nte se dogo bi no abe enu hu sunsuanso na ye hu na hu akohia se nkankanya santemantama se no e wo se ye intensify na ye yire ho ne ye ka ne dodo kese se na Oyerepa fo mo ye no e wo se ye yire ho ni na ye ka ne kese pa ma dwumadi na ye die no asantemantama se no sebi agentre ha no bia de ne ye ka no e adwuma nya sa de a enya ne ye hu sebi esua
misa ye adujima wonyi ni se eno ne de it doesn't obi kan say lie in your mouth obi kwa parliament nya masem enye wo num ne wo e wo security agencies no ne emra mu gu mra nim de wafom e ho asotwe e ka ho nti na de ekọ ama bi wo ha wuku nipa ba kwa wo problem wo fa ho ni na so Ghana ha ye ntai so obi akonya accident na ye hwehwe mu no driver ni ne fault enti ye twena so ye de ne etum ye hu bi sa and na people do it and get away with it.
Okay no kwepa ne se bi ba senka obi kan se obi ania me hu nia ekoso wo yen yaso ye anka be hu nia me pa akire ye wadofo beba se bi o mo twere aban kukum ena mfumso bi o mo ye se ye obi kwa o hwa yakheda ko mo nchen no makodi nkomo a o mo jitum se mfumso no mo an ye no mpa Ghana fo acho ye hu videos ahodo o hwa ni se da fo be hia me bi acho nti asotwe ene obi kan se enforcement ndi ye guso ara ye na on say enforcement starts with the individual ye bia metaka say ye obi efe ni intrinsic enforcement wan kasa benefit say obi be ebebo ama say bi o waye ohun bibia say bi o entete de wan kasa waye wade Ghana emra na ema ho kwan say ankwankwe eye wona adwen say obedin hyehyeye ene emra so nukweni nia wewi no afidie su ene nia ye kan wasem sa asante mantama nipa be se ahasa ne adonunum na ahwe mo nkwan no ye huredi kan no chese me obi kan me afutuo papa bia nten nia ye ka kire Ghana fo ni asante mayi se wan kasa ye wadwen se wo bo ho ban wo hwe mfoni na ye twitwa ya nukweni ahomete fa wo ho hye sa aka na da honim fa wo ho hye sa moto na da honim ne bi sa ho se edien na sa nkofo no se bi o omo anye sa da na ntema akwa sa goche na bae obi ebepi obo mpa ye rade fa me kobra me bo ana obi enu ha wokra se mikowu aba obi ankra sa
na me ka so nipa nyare nso okwakowu eno ni accident
yes enti se wo pia bonten wo bo mpa ye we na pia bonten nya ka ye nya wo beye ahweye enante ka akwam mame ye say enante ka akwam wo hwe de police aba so ne tua na so me say bluetooth esena so e ho na wo sua nwom okoto no kwasiara ne memenda enti kwan no no nam no wonte hwe
yasem
enwom okoto na so dem no ene wo sua no kwan mu a bluetooth na wo bona so amaka ye say enti wo ni pa ekọ no wo anhu ana
wo de bo
mi anka obehu enti emma so say Ghana fo asanteman ye sori waka na ye ka che ho say ye ayeyiye ye nso ewo no ye ya akwa say ye pie so ye ka say obi asem na reho ye kan wie ya me nya ba ye so de studio ha say ye pie ya we me de say kakra me de nti no say me kura nya hwe sabi yesu ban na ne ya akire no mesre Ghana for me say de bia me ka say se wote ye nkan na je say da no foto ne kan no wo de ye adwuma wonim say wote pavement so na eto ade e wo ye ba bia so obi be nante wo say si ye ka say free pavement so a onto aba why na emehyew say ade papa ne ye wo store waje wayi mu no manyina be gwanimu obi anya ba bi mfa ye kuma say ya sante mem ade ku ye ba ko pa no enti ye dum ne empata mu nyina bo se nipa nam kwan mu nipa ne ka no e di apepre kwan mu se obi pra obi wu a bisa wo se why na akoso sa ade no ya na ye pentem de ade ne kwato road safety fo abobo ano police fo abobo ano civil fo abobo ano nanso bisa wo se de ne me ye ya sebio ama obi kwako wu
account for accident and so say obi pragiani abobo ya for mo na mo hwe omo so
no kwani emra na ehwe car for so na no na hwe pragiani abobo ya for yenya wo mo nya ba hwe yenya wo mo
drive na nam kromo ewu
ahomete
odi wani mo timi twa you take all of a sudden
chese omo de ne akwa se opese ogina no ye bibia kwan no mo timi gina
otimi face wo na mo kwam no
wo face so na mampo mu wona mampo kwan mu e kwan na baby wo hiswa efi etafo ene ekosi ne mampo nten e kwan na baby wo hiswa minya ba obo se kwabanye yi afim na ya bisa mo se wona ya wote saa moto nim saa mbre no e die ne omoka etu hwa madina kwa kosi ansa adan na wontu hofo me say ma me hwe se yenyina ya anya antum se adene fie ye de ensa kire police force so ye de ensa kire road safety force so se no be boyan ka boyen but nyemi hu pa ne se obi betimi ahye ya ma ye di nhye so a yenya sebe ya sofo sebe ye mpanimfo enu mo fie efutu a se ye di man no e wo so obi ya awofo awodo no ye hye ye ho se ya kasa ya anhye ye ho a wan hwe ya oman no ye nu baby no nukreni obi a entimi nye yen bio enti ese free kwan no pavement no so mo bi nante me nya baba gere say asofo no kwa agi pavement na bo so na onim na se ona akoka no waya afeye se so bon sam ne do nam
so money de wo ye adwuma
so de bia me ka se nyame som no enye ne ya na ye hunu eye ne ye de aboabo ni pa nkwa ho ban
me ha woni se wo kasa ma ye de meeting wi nyina ukọ aman bi so a you dare not
adentia
ayi fa no mo firo mo beduru sa
wonim gentia
na Ghana de ejeja ye wama
se wate
emra no ya tro ni black and white fefe blofo kama enso ba kokura ni wa ye timide
obi man so asem no ye wo munye wo ya de a ye se abura bi tesoro ho ono nko ye beka se onni ni fi asem na meboa enso abe wani nya hu se obi hu se wo ya de nya ono ontwe se police wo mro
obefre wo
masa mfiri ho bagana ha se ni ehu ne sa se sa ankamea ankame dan de kwan ye den etene enti obi obi edi ne fi asem enti obi aye ne ope ye nyina ye twen se police for monson e ka wo hwe the population of police any population of Ghanaians na say enye 1 is to be 1,000 enti ye twen se police ni free se bi o central no ono mra o meduru ba bi awo no na ye bi se wie o se so man ni be ya afiri meme ne wo se road safety be gina tin ye ka se road safety you be bia se de nukwani se yen anti ase toto na yema toto na uti na yema ena obi ba be fro ama na bro so won so fro ma ne bro so a akwanhia mate ni ya wo se me boa ni pakro no nukwani ni boa no o de cash kan be che na na
o fa nche no
enso no ye nyina nipa be set 11 na ya kan ya yedin se mate ni pe bia won ye
obi ampe so obeka no be ye unpopular
chanete eno ni ye ne eno ni ye ne ye we don't want to stand with the law ye ni mu me say ya na me hia do afo nkabo mu kompanimfo no me say me say me mo chechere yesa yesere mo de mo ye ni nyina yenko cheche wo mo
ye ko na me bisa wo say ye say ensa drinking bars de motimi close ni nyina wo
stations di say
ye say to fidie bi aba Kwesi say me misa wo ya we
ya tete ho asem nya ba say kwa
so bi di tofi a enkoje bi ni na nye ordinary tofi
wan hwe ya
wo be di awie je so wo da
untumi nante wo be gina ho ada na ye hu ni say menya ba ibi mo asase kwa de super glue
ya ye de bondi ade
super glue onko na kwabra na etwiko ne mu
ohia
nukureni wo bisa se super glue ne wura mu wi a wonso ne kokeka atare enche nipa nyare wo kwaku
asemo
ye besre Ghana for se we kuma asia ne yekun yekese pa eye mirika tente anadwa kwantuo enam se street lights ahodo no enya adwumancha do afo bebebe ni passenger sin tra ken ma no mada mo se do afa ne mfa yenko transit vehicles ndo na ofiri kan ofiri a northern part of the country be duru ase
ya yes we wonder want dimirika wani munso
ena nya kan fa page afo no motofo no so ma di pavement ni nyina boso unim se watwa kwan mu kwa wi runye safe if you say the shoulder of the road no e ho na motor bi sasa anam enti be sere Ghana for mo mutwi motor ahodo eni mo nam ka kwan wo se wotwa ka kwan ni mu a wo se wotwa ka kwan ni mu we are still be alert. If you say, baby, I want no, and I'm to be better. I want me to see my be an ho. But you make my boy say, first would dream say, Uchaka, when Montezo Drufia, and I'm car with ya. Miss Row, money now.
Winning now, yeah, and Tina Crackran is sent, says that of any DNA, no, my money be a move the check here. Aqua, be big, go, bimuno, ye dizzy beer. Move to me, a yam ready the channel, because you lose back. Into be retrieved you.
Ensane de nyame adonti police fo timi cheke a obi yesi na wo say nam 0.08 ebro so pe na BS na 0.08 minya ba so odi dokono kwa wotimi nya
sako
enti chese nya say ensane de he say de wono mo police fo bitima che na mom nya ka ho no de afei na technology ne ba beba na me etimi aboa nti nya mesere ne say wuni pa na akofo dodo be ne ka ne hwe ne importe hwe ne yobe a wo de stia nanim o sese wo de wonante a for car
na no so na yenye no
station
na for car bi kwa driver no man no betena mu
yes
who driver dey o my for bebre
o di mirika ba na hwe na branch ne sene we si ba na no adanyame ase nyame yi akere si fom ye ne station masters no so kasa say si usi car sahodo no omunyi fi station ho ye ka say si usi car na nyefe car no nyese ne fe ba onja car no ensem fata say transport nipa wonko ne station ho ukodu ho na say si ho amesrew bo modern say wonko sa car no say station master ne hu say car na esim no nipa mfro ne nkontem obi car ne esinchen ye ne wo so kasa say car bi nya enti esrem they say yes you register unions ni nyina se be ya research for betimenya upper hand ewo se ne omudi omudwuma stations ahodo no ye se omo pompe tie organizers omo ton ties omo tonton car ho no manyina nkania ne ngoba no ye register omo nyina se be betima control kania ben ade ko so car ne mu ye stress wo a wotie nka bia wo ye union na wasante mantema na onkra bata no ne head office ewo Ghana hade a ye stress bra na fe ye register wo yentimi nim dwuma senia ye kan
ebusa for meni ora Samuel Edujima oye assistant planning manager and programs National Road Safety Authority e wa Ashanti region edinkomo news ne nyede kra Ashanti region ko nipa over 325 in fiti January besi June omo accidents nko a sanya no a kanipa ne te ase isan so omo nyare na so omo Midi the Akua Asieduaa mede mu besi wo me sorry so ma PSA lady e the health and lifestyle abeto amoso Christ asumdwe nka mu nyina
ye bembe ye bulika made the PSA lady the health and lifestyle bro na health and lifestyle na ye bekasa afa ye ni ho ye se wani kania ne edumu a na se wiase nyina edumu sum na so eno nche se wote ho anopai na wo hweye utie ye nya wani no unhura de a eche se ono maka echi na so unhura de a wo sa wo ho ban no ma bia e free ahofento aso mo cosmetics mu a ebetimi ahaye ni no bad effects of cosmetics on our eyes. Yene Dr. Goodran Boatma Enin, where optometrist, our Eyeville, ebedi enkomo. Good morning, beauty.
Good morning.
Smile make I see your dimples. Yadasiano pay sawaba, nyamishra pa. Okay, cosmetics no. Ebini dia hene ya dia nia emma how a buy news.
Iti ye can cosmetics was skincare, the desera, any wo makeup, any wo fragrance, the digu which is perfume.
Okay.
Any wo hair care, the DAT. Cosmetic products need the pain na na regulated. The temperature ni say mra dindin bi an sheda na ho. Enti che so obi atimi ye nku e de Bible nten beton, obi atimi ye bibi the Bible nten beton. Na omo ye cosmetic products here. I omo the chemicals e kan ho. Chemicals be to say mercury. Mercury say is for anti-aging and I face so for lightening the skin. Mercury. And now more formaldehyde and so
on. Mercury say heavy metal. Now I exist in a liquid state. What? Now mercury no. Now say your quantity be fit short and then there was of fibers were very dangerous. Because anything balance you mercury.
It's a more specific amount. Ubet to my use cosmetic products. My empha beer, embryo beer, any hydroquinone.
Yes.
Hydroquinone is also for lightening of the skin and hyperpigmentation.
America mo bane.
Into chemicals or more quantity offer and cause harmful effects there. Then because of modern times no be a percent skin torso, be a percent skin near cocoa, obu horse be a meridian 9% meridian torso near the identity. Or more increase quantity no. without who buy no without you knowing say obekono my na wakwa akoto nti wuntimi nche say amount say in the room and I say amount say in the room nti ebasa say skin no na etimi so nya nsonsanso wadi hunu no sonso
sa menim say ebienku kwan be na be fa so nsonsanso woni e be say skin awreka.
Okay. Into to say the na mention say can cosmetic products say what you use where your name and na eba makeup products so mostly you use where your name into who use who apply foundation or apply when you nechi mascara eyeliner anya kakra efa when you na to say eyeliner for instance it me fa you the fa any say it's any direct contact with the eye but sometimes it's minya effect when you so because of the chemicals so skin pores room into these chemicals can melt into the skin now fade the edisa so ma but long term no na ube so
just say a genuine and I want to take different so ebi ebetimi bi ha enku na wasano na ma wosweti ebi etimi ba wani ase
nti nsuo ni timi befa wani no so because bia wani so hyehyew e fa nse wo dware kra na sem na akọ wani a nse nti nku no so wo tin fifre na timi melty these products na fe die aso sweat so the wadre maso but kakra timi fa when you kosia na so nti e ho ne de bia betima ohru wani no so to say the mekan effect no unhu no but over a long period of time and I be hu sa effect no
minimisa mo eni bebre ho myopia hypermetropia ko minini ni e do so pa enti so edi na be mo hu se mani ya start eye meye sadi we a free cosmetic product mo and amenya sa eni yade we ankasa.
Okay, it is to say that I mentioned chemicals or products into when you know kosuyano so na firstly ubehu nsonsan so it is said then when you kosuyano transparent tissue be also a friend conjunctiva it is a course wa ubehu say aye kokko when you be free you ubo when you say there ibida so to say they what TV so to ubo so when na aye kokko and abo when you say ibida so and I say when you kosuyano chia pulse or honum insuone oil free muba into these cosmetics into me blockades glands na ohona anti esa na when your bacterial infection be more high say this year utimi ye din umi akra mi anti basa na a friend brofumi a friend calazian na che say ayedin
to en ebinie ye o kan ebinie this year no
anti pulse na ohono so when you man kasa bacteria ohonum nti bacteria no say close pores na bacteria need to minya environment etimi feed ye kese it bon say ekono na cause bacterial infection na eye we ya efinsu don saka ayese de bibi ewo mu na sa netie
ye baskina so de usika hydroquinone no kra no mus cosmetic ye fa 2% enfanye ene ne keka ka ho yeah muka say hydroquinone timi ma o cancer etimi disrupt hormonal etimi hormonal imbalance wa wo ho nsem ene ne ekeka ho na ye enye enino entimi ma woni nya cancer na cancer me bi ntimi nya woni from this cosmetic products
enti ubetimi enya eye cancer but mostly no when in nechi kosua na o de hwa dem bibi toso ma wo hu e ho na ye nsunsanso no wo pa nti ye frɛ bibi retinopathy anti say cells na wo honom no ti retinopathy no na ye hu ni pain cancer na they are mostly attributed to the skin because skin no melanin are protective from area nti hydroquinone no kwa e wo hye melanin no feel when I say melanin cells no it is an area near direct contact with your skin bibi any who elbow skin no by and cause cancer however say but when you so dia mostly an retinopathy retinopathy like say kusiana say when in nechi instead say cancer no now be
any signs of retinopathy retinopathy no so symptoms e bi ni dey
it's when you so be you see first dia be so when you so you see when you timi ye we yapa na prunes you afi so ye mom ye hu kosia na chi na ye hu nsesan na e wo ho no na wo de hu kosia na chi ti hu nsesan na e bi ade abe hu ne se wo ma na wani ne so you wisi na so beti ya wo baby na so ma se wani ni friends you wani ni friends na ni ade a wo be hu na mom so ba na ye hwa ene ye be hu nsesan ye na wo kusia na chi na ye termin as retinopathy
unu keji atu vida e be fata papa se lo se kokko keji mate se omu se menim se mo bia wade sua mu wo sua bibia fa ho a na oba kire ye na ebi mu ka se woni ase keka wa wo de keji fa woni ase a etimi boy na ene na da so na keji no ye time man ben ye ni ye fie ni ha no I say eyeliner ye su say eyeliner esono de your eyeliner o ni keji ankasa so minim se wonim eni mfaso bia na say bia how bi mu ana
nti keji ndi se de o kan ya tipi se wani na se kekawa na watu keji bi mo se mu ankitikiti bi kwa wani na se ti o to keji na akum ana be pa cho bibia madisua mu de bibia ni ho sa
na mu ankitikiti bia
mu ankitikiti
eni di ye ni so oh, so what's with that? Coco, pa said di eni so, eni di
Coco eni so. Coco ma eni so.
Oh. Then ye dey na be eni so akekai.
That's allergy.
Okay.
Ohun pe bibi ko eni ne so. Ebia bo bi ato wani enframa for dust ko wani ne so. Aduane bi kra wodi. Etimema wani ne kekao. Na wani no bibi fifi wo so e friend teridium. Eno bi mu ho am say ete. Eno na ya mostly mo term na askoko eba wani no so dia wani ne betima kekao mostly no na de wani keka ne ba na bacterial infection so betimi am wani no so akekao na mom say ye ka keji say mo ankinkiti bi ne de
ya mo ankinkiti bia
bisa bia ni ho
na say wani kra kekao a wo hia so ko hu doctor
so hu doctor because nyama pi na de keka no beba itu ba na ye hwa depending on nyoma ye hunu ni ehun se we na dey banti e do to adro we so it is a general lucas obi ani keka no kan keji e bia keji na o dey kan unim adekre wo sa keji no e chemical a be den hu adro bi no mudi aguma be den hu e me hu ne se pencil black na me hu so omode to na minim se keji na nkasa omo wa adro bi omo hu ne se keji omode ka ho de for wani na se de minti minche but most na pencil black which is cosmetic products okay the cosmetic products say pencil de for wani ase de say makeka no
enko yeah him kromo apart from pencil no mo ye de to ase ni keji ni frame na yemra eyeliner nkasa omo no ano ye fian to fi wani ase di says the tissue no state of you when you say na kokko na show na ase no line e was no dia fa so to blinkia was when you cross start here kokko na e produce to say chemicals na ko ni
so o science so a block it said the mention glands so ha e mani su ba wani ne so it will line on what closely pause nti oil ntimi mba insu ntimi mba nti esa reflex e ko wadwi mu se bibi aba wani ne so e se me washing it off nti mo se time bia na wani ne free so na se insu abeginage na wani ne so sanity
so the moment aba hu over sense side na se ni pedua ni mpe wo mu se stranger foreigner bia ba
for bia betna bibi eni se obetna
oh wow yesua cosmetics eno my idea ye tree ye we de ye de fa ye nim ni e ka ho no ema ohaw eba yen so e pa cho wunim skin tanning
e pa cho
se bia abrofo na pesa on pesa summer time obi hu mo say yes either so ba Africa and I say o call different environment and I so feel the heat of the sun into your skin no asasa say you a dan bi o mo here say mi nko ho dade ba ni pare ko hyemu obeba no na skin no atan utu say omo eye heat bi na wo ho no menim say ho so ma we ho a say no so ya no da cosmetology
cosmetic procedure
ti no we be won so skin so an eye no so
eye no de heat ko wani no so a wo say kusua no so no growth ebaso de mpempin e friend pterygium no and afi so lens wo wani kusua no se bibi ko kan lens na timi sesa color it's a kind of discoloration of the lens which can be termed as cataract and na ete to expose you to say or expose to UV from the sun. Depending on the intensity of light,
yeah, everyone the radiation,
skin no. Sense some free niti be mu kwoti be afoforo. It wo yes na wo sesan nyoma bebre. Wo say cells say ebia skin na say releasing melanin na. Wo stop skin from releasing melanin na say bo with the no ho ban. Because na kopon e bibia say na say nti bibia o dey can with the na bibia o dey sesan with the no. Won say we won so e wo with the na society.
Yeda se pa ka sima be ba ko na ye ko na Kwesi amba mitrim ba ko ene se we de ye bo eti a bo timi ko bo eti o baba no ani ase tutu ani tutu a woni timi tutu be 3 days o se o twe pressure o the pressure tutu ne so minim se ne ani no a relation bia because we ye bobo we na uti a ye woni achi sei no o feel pains pa e o hono e boy eti this pressure to a train so no between infect or any so ana
inti to say the campaign na be feel nerves na wo waninum nerves so you're responsible for pain sensation e bia to say bibi hihyewa na bibisa it watching you know o pressing on the nerves so obviously we be feel pain inti ade be ya say waninu be ya we ya inti bon say wuti ne dwoa when in so bejo but in shedan ni so aso foforo bia e wo when in so
oh yeah that's a god run and a good run thank you yeah that's a so buy yankopon inshallah won someone try to last minute message for my na yanko
inti advice am de bema amount for ne skincare products no na mostly enim in your may room inti the best option is say kotosa products here obetima hwe ho aho ingredients a ewo ho mostly obetima hwe say e good and I say enye good inti se wo ho say mercury wo ho say you can stop applying this and as a kotona label bi ani ho a na che say emfa process bi amutin it be advisable say ubeja isa products no ato de labeled and for makeup no so makeup brushes na be studios no mu use no everybody you be anim unima de kwe woni pakro na nim no de aba it's mostly it's advisable say wa obenya brush na brush so ba hohoro ho be keeping it clean say be infection there embro to bet my makeup na there but you have to be cautious of nyoma or de ko ani so and mostly no because they want to sound so ani so no we will be out makeup obetimi akọ for regular eye checkups nti say hu bibia na etimi akọhyen wo say bia we use it and say na eba wani so and why cautious about it
yeah that's a question bia ba matrim so bra no aso nka mo bisa say detox and for kan no implication we effect ampa say bia menim say me use nko me suspect chemicals so from time to time no me person me detoxing pedua na sa poisonous substances in free mo no menim say possible
it's possible
okay
yeah well to say health bibia yeah good yeah bad anti more good aspect na we know be or qualified obetima na kama we nya so bia na mom say when you be or good that onim hu nim dia e be no detoxify or use something different and also betimi dey so abroad
yeah that's a plan di any good run boatema enin where optometrist yeah I will and odi di juma yeah that was sisa obaye me so me din e di PSC ladi yeah change over me move over Kwesi Parker Wilson take over we dem cross over yeah OBT agenda di mu share yeah baraka malolo akwena me akata anye fijiam wala don big up still feel all militant yeah da mu nyina mo ase encantadios adios yebeshia
Kwaba at the bar or your party so the baby a OBT agenda. Now, of course, on the agenda, they're Kosovo Ghana and they're Kakwasa. His Excellency Nana Addanko Akufo-Addo over the weekend stoked one of the biggest controversies in Ghana. Now, ever since he became president, but now on ye categorical, sir, on Jintum said Ghana was founded by one person. Though not so founders or how I say celebrity, but over the weekend, and can ping. And since then, it's become quite controversial. And to help us appreciate whether indeed the struggle for independence, we can see it's coming, but of course, in the time, we're on a standard tall. So it is only fair to say, independence, Ghana. And of course, there are others almost in that regard. And then the Benyabuche. Na yenya education. Then again, the finance minister, your finance minister, my finance minister, Dr. Mina Dam, Eddie Abbas, Ghana for Yemfanche NPP abino. So omdeya ko a year economic hardship. Now, I don't know Uncle say, is it because it is just about 4 months for an election? And Okasa. And now it is born out of genuine intent to say ampa. Ghana economic hardship it's in the young fanche omo. I don't pay me bisa what the beche omo and I won't fanche omo. Already Mate in some courtesans say they are not ready to forgive the government. Anyway, you're not pay. The beche say I will say the child bino. And I say and he said the child bino. We'll get into that. Now you are welcome to a part of the show. We'll call Facebook up or you're part live on Facebook like a page, I'll come and go her. The amount and I don't pay. So I don't be a phone lines now. That is general conversation. Meeting at the Kwesi Park Wilson. I don't pay my very own lecturer, our Christian service. Our hand I don't pay. Reverend Buffer, a Pokumbensa. Our another pay. Rev Akwaba.
Paka mijoso.
Bacha bi abo ko there.
Ejana dum se na isi ya che.
No credit. That election banzi mu go up and down side. And ya share your viewers and boss say this election they will make sure say results na. You think na be bro kama. You just say it be conquer na the next way sure that be bia.
Oyerepa for the Ajimudi.
Now, Rev, campus is saying Christian service is saying.
Yo, me ya me da se. Ma me chia na me chia ya hwefo na etiefo nyina. Na me fancha enfri your vice chancellor, Professor Sam Afrani, any management team Famra. Said that be me ba me kan anniversary no ekuso 50th anniversary no eguso a ekoso. Na nyame adma September 27th.
That is both Apoko Menza or Chadia Christian Service University or Chadia. Another pay as a lecturer. I'll go through a Ghana history no mukakaye to be boy to understand a few things. And for some of us, we learned in our history books and social studies about Momuji independence in Ghana. We heard about Big Six, and they are to say there is nothing like even Big Six. How true is this? Well, we'll get into that. My main case Prof. Charles Mafo Subeba Onyambedu, but I understand he's on his way in chair. Or Babedu now that a year in Commonwealth. Well,
yeah, that's it. My name's a Ghana history in Intina for the first time. Me bo idea. It's
several.
Yami Adma 27th September.
Right.
And you be grand day by next month. Gusua. They do home common 200 50 years there. Yes, I'm getting to yes, your chatter. Christian service there, Bibia. Koswa Yuguso, ya admissions ni bibia kama inti eda mwase.
Na something man na pen na masters bi o. Baba betaye tina bibia timi akoso kama. Nice one. Now, and the say na me king. We'll get into the history of this country. Now, Rev, I mean, utie His Excellency Nana Addanko. And he was very categorical, said, and to quote him verbatim, must say, I reject the notion that Ghana was founded by a single individual. Single individual, you can say me, Osajo for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. From where you sit, Oshajana Bakosemnuma, Neomampani King, Yamfanya Juma, because he is making the point to say, of course, the family members, we all know, William Mufriata, Ibero Kufado, Yomampani, Ankasa, Papa, the biological father, and Newofa, that is Joseph Boachi Dankwa, that is JB Dankwa, the Dona Kasa in Ghana's politics here. If they call him the Duyan of Ghana's politics at the time. And the boy to the struggle for the independence. Well, where do you sit on this historical, whether manipulation or say alteration or say facto? And how is it like?
Your park coming there say, no question say, Sam come away. Here say edi, edi tie, edi can. Now the entire edi tie, edi can say, o man pia your friend or mine no, ewo ne history, ewo na pakosem. Na no kwasem ne so obetima chechire o man ama o man no tumi akọ na nimu a ete se nipa abraba ayeboyi paka wontimi nkọ wanimu abra duru mebi a wonhwe wachi enye se wo hwe wachi se opese osan kọ wachi na emusua bibi afiri wachi your past said be a ebetimi aboa wa ma watimi akọ wani
into the future
enti ena masa nkomo we eye nkomo a ehia no enti that is baby a mesha say ede free
right
now me ankasa as a student of history me one big question
with you
now that question is Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne how pan say
ne how pan say
when it comes to founders ne founder argument no
who fi say how pan but who fi say how pan
the tia paka me bisa sa asem kese yi ene say ye nyina ye nim say o he Ghana politics mu a polarized mateme ho ni ayemienu oni benkum a wo ni fa but MPP enya opportunity be sumu oman Yura Kufuor John Ajekum Kufuor in 2002 to 2008 or the free so Emma Yura Mills
2001 to 2008
ebai say a issue and so critical under the reign of President Kufuor our MPP tradition, the UP tradition, we are anti-side discussions with
Nebusha Fon come on with independence. It's a simple answer. We John Ajekum Kufuor Nebusha Fon come on with independence.
Yes, but whatever be the case, you know,
it's an unfair topic. I'm from Manu at the
well, until I'm a person, me who Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, ne how what sa issue. But on the parker. Se uhwe enkomo se die si kwa eduru ba bi a ye mampani osa e ka de chichire ne ho se ye Kwame Nkrumah dwumadi a wo ye ya enu nti ena ye de bi esi ho e kai ne birthday that alone should tell you something ade na omo ma ka founders ni nyina no se say ye de omo nyina bomu no a ye say founders day no ade na obi a birthday ye given that prominence that should tell you that you will probably be in academic circles, primus inter pares.
Yeah.
Ye nyina ye pedie. There's so e dey aba kubi e be pie e dey free mo aba. Until say ye be hunu Yewura Akufo-Addo ne how pa no. Aka sam ne kan ye dey.
Oh, metimi aboa ne how no. Metimi aboa and we have listened to him. Ye tie ne sem. And for let me, on this note, welcome our very own Professor Charles Mafu, Provost at University. Another pay. Prof, Akua. USC say.
Oh, you go so. I don't know. You
know what agenda? You know, it was for now. Ready because say, Omampeni how pan say. If you listen to His Excellency, now we say no come here. There is this notion, and I said believe is the family members are independence. They've been relegated to the background. I say, you emphasize the it's one ban or some Ghana for TSS. The family of JB Dankwa Akufo-Addo no frata. Free a year JB a boy to the offense struggle of Ghana's independence. It just say this same reference a mom as we give a Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. No,
yo, Kwesi,
meet you.
Say, ne how no dia said you open say me tears ye near tif when you anya report tears ye near. Ghana independence ne started from where? The struggle for independence started from where? That is a critical question that we must also answer.
Okay.
So you who be independence and started ye free yet yeah. And you bit say, oh, and ye young from Sobi in the past. I was a correct sound from Suano.
Just say free. I'm say the August 4, no, the formation of UGC. So what can I say? Bopo. That's where it started from. That's according to my opinion in Kofo.
Well, I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree.
I see.
Now, on say because it's Ankomoya Yedi in Hano. Akua Asieduaa was a shedding, so they say it's not about. It shouldn't be about any person's interest. It shouldn't be about my teacher was some year ago. Shouldn't be. They said yes, they say I better told you free SHS. President Mahama say, Minam Minam debate.
Or chassis. Progressive.
Yes, Minam the way so sad debate, you know. We ain't to be first debating in Ma J. Kemo, the founders, no, and the founder debate, no. It shouldn't be about a nipa back interest. That is the point I want to make.
Who said nipa interest in
of course, and tina be busa so man penin na nado dan kwaku fuado be ma ba. Ne how pa ne say because you see, Sasemi are discussing in there has been an attempt to rewrite our history books for students to study at the schools. Timumi engineer.
Say it's there now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That there was an attempt. It started from there. Say there be books in Ukraine you use so a history no and penifo be free my baby professors near the no. Ye is antron for. And I call the second level. Second level they say okay any yemped new data commemorative data yedi be kai founders any founder sad debate no be have an apostrophe no ebewo after s
before the
and
s
then before the s sanu mani na ye twemo na media de meka na Dr. Mafo abam ni say eno ma bi wo ho no mu debate bi wo ho aye kofa beto o mani mu aye needless because whether you like it or not Kwame Nkrumah, of course, nobody can say Kwame Nkrumah nkwana ni nyansa ni tumi mu ye nya Ghana. But ohwe dwumadi a Kwame Nkrumah di ya. Say ye history books e wo ho nyina ye hye no kra. Kwame Nkrumah's legacy is ingrained in the heads of people, not only Ghana, but across Africa and across the world.
But across the globe,
yes, it's Kwame Nkrumah, whether you victimize him or you hail him, Kwame Nkrumah will be Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah mausoleum is in Krayo. It's in America say there's what we call internal inconsistencies. Kwame Nkrumah statue is in Krayo. The mausoleum never ho. One more maka no mu we no mde ni sisi. Most of them died in Ghana. Why is it that we don't have those monuments, for them? Obi bo mai mu a otimi ko say me ko we baby akon ajeyi na also obi chebilamte no baby why is it that Kwame Nkrumah even several years after his death yakofa and remains e de ba Ghana ha
e bia yanti abekosam na say at the time it na yan celebrate the founders as omampani be say etiase e bia na yanti abekosam na
ubetimi anu no ho no asre but no kwale say the role of Kwame Nkrumah in the economic emancipation, freedom of this country can never be equal. That is my point.
I see. It's what there for you, Kwame Nkrumah would be the man or Ghana's independence too. Exactly.
Overshadow if you like. Of course, the other people who.
It's in America said we should reject that notion. We don't reject that notion.
No, I won't reject that notion. I won't agree with the president. Respectfully, I will agree with Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The position or one. Maybe position, he said, Kwame Nkrumah, of course, and pennyphobia ye be. But, see how to hear you go see program here. Original camera you.
Of course.
So, doom camera now, Kasa Wakasena, Wakasamba.
About them here.
As you see, OBT. Obi to one host to Obi to one host to production team now. Omo tete ho will be Mike and Yeba or the Mike if I had they are all part of the team.
Right.
So Oyerepa enya 50 years. Na ye bo wo mo ma Oyerepa baswa. Eye dey ya sankofo we nu nyina ye be kan fra wo mo. But nipa bi wo ma we will single them out. That's the fact of life. You be single them out. Why? Because of almost significant role be omo ye dey. Omo play. Na kente sa anka osen ka mo amu ye adwuma nyina kuma ka tua ye pe. But is that the situation? Bro, is that the situation? Yeah, wa ha nyina ka tua ye pe. Mo amu ye adwuma wa ha nyina. Why? I didn't know be akatua was no be the for. Eye dwumadi anipa no. So Kwame Nkrumah, of course, other people contributed to the struggle, including ordinary Ghanaian. Ordinary Ghanaians, that time population under
about 6 million.
Yes. They all contributed. So Sao Paulo grounds no general declaration and go for this country is moving forward, no. And go for Mukojina who are grand bomb Janin they contributed to the
and we share video can JB that can come. No Jina hobby.
Yes.
No so we share some video now, you declare independence, you know. JB wasn't part of that video.
So I think that that is how we should look at
Prof, Penny makes the point that Tisenia Revenki, I say, oh, Kasa Tisenia, Kwame Nkrumah, not Ghana for Nya did that. That's the point Penny makes. Say, people are talking as if say Kwame Nkrumah do Ghana. Now they were sleeping. But before Kwame Nkrumah, people had led the struggle. In fact, Abeko Sebono is established. Say, JB Mo, and Akua Asieduaa, and the call for Kwame Nkrumah from UK, about Ghana, to come and lead the struggle for independence. You know, why are we singing out Kwame Nkrumah without giving the reverence, you know, to JB Dankwa, Akua Asieduaa, William Ofrata, and the others?
Singling out an individual, they are to be part of humanity. And I said, okay, answer na Kwame Nkrumah, then go to Anamo.
Exactly.
So to speak, so it is.
Exactly.
But Amutu Anamo, you could see say significance. Significance. Amutu Anamo, then Amutu Anamo, do be bomb trim pose, and for Kwame Beka. In the be. A back a craman here, Mobaji 1979 ku free Rollins and some. Yamu ye dears Anabe. But I just say Rollins and go for the planning your father by no way. With the animal. But the crew was obedient, they were successful. Yeah. We seriously, Reverend Canning. Who was some of my say, Ghana said you see wasted time. One you we. And you may hear can once. And into Jubilee House, Plaster House, Yansan Bien. We will say, I had day. Me did pass a Kobasa NBC when Jubilee House will be back to what?
Plaster House.
And it's only a pay home. Near Yama reason, you see? Okay. And then I go school, I can never see a true Jesus. Where you set your objectives, now person results will be observed. You can rationalize every day. But the first way to be rationalizing just a nice ignite. Yes. Yes, will be your buyer, brother, will be your kind home, be any year be there. And you see, years of Christ, crowd join the Christianity. And I think they married the count, only conceive wood and 9 months. You see, Nanado. Yes, the contribution, no, no, person have recognized there. Fine, but you kumo jafo edija. See, jafo you kuno enya day. Edija. So person edija. Koso de duja. Enti you uba no Kwame Nkrumah dey no. Now say person the founders day come on. Go ahead, and also crouch now. The ill in our democracy, the power invested into a single person. So how do we are not we living dangerously? Yeah. I am sharing constitution to because so maybe it's serious. So how do we know would have passed through a number of because you are changing a history, whether it was true or false or not, to change a nation's history demands a lot of steps to take it. Go to Japan and China, a history about who defeated who, which brought that worship of Shintoism. Into the Japanese prime minister because that Shinto shrine Chinese in China get angry.
See,
history is very important. No matter how you feel, your family has been whatever
relegated.
And one would have thought, in fact, when he was in opposition, when he was those days, I know we had demonstration, why didn't he start that movement of restoring his family into the so-called Founders Day? That tells you that he thought he couldn't have done that. Now that we have power, let's do it. Is that how we behave in a country? So it's not about whether they are subjected. You see, let's do it. We can find a way of doing it and putting them into a certain sense of prominence. Yes, sir. There are some people that are also passionate about the role the Nkrumah played and whatever happened. And so, overcome what do you think you are bringing? Into me, made me feel say, whatever it is. Ghana, here is the history.
No, but history is very important.
It's very important, but it's supposed to lead us. What is the significance of history? It's supposed to lead us to move on forward.
Yeah.
Forward. Okay, so say you're a strander to founders. The development as a relation, a best or my indication was a best. In fact, it has shown, say, it is even his ideas are retrogressive.
Why
to the extent that the idea that we should move away from founder to founders, it's a retrogressive one.
See.
To the extent that look at the people that are jumping in. They are all spending 1 hour, 2 hours of their time. They could have used it to contribute to the real development goals of Ghana. Paka, the chair winning. Me say Sabri, the Yemi. And I answer, and now, okay, again, what are the world? I mean, we live in a global. What are they saying?
Go
to Ethiopia. It's your statue. Now, suddenly, and the term is appropriate. Internal inconsistencies. Yes, you. Man, say it was refurbished. Who did that?
Yeah, Akua
Asieduaa. I don't know. Or in fact, he had opportunity in the refurbishment instead of Nkrumah training. Is not got in Ketwadi Why didn't that happen? Okay, and so nobody is saying that his family, and in fact, when he was saying that Sasano Oka into America, because Sasano Oka there, it even brings in the thought of selfishness on his part.
Selfishness on the
president's part.
President.
Yeah, self-centeredness and all that. Because then yeah, I'm mentioning what Bush have into there, and then we have another problem. So Muhammad will come and all of a sudden, no back be a papa. Nkrumah Asieduaa or catching na on also contribute. Nice Muhammad be na Baumia ba. So do Baumia papa. Also do as a Baumia tweaky history. Is that how we want to tweak the history as we go on?
Do you think Akufo will tweak history? Will tweak Ghana?
It's clearly so. You see, because what I can see is that no one, in fact, historians have met us because we are undermining the role the Dankers play. But they are emphasizing the point in America. So we all play role, and Christianity, I said the married the battle.
Prof, hold on for me, because now working at role, there is an argument, sir. Even JB, of course, he started well, but last minute, Sebi or Koye or Bufu, so or be a umpo or mine ye. But I'm going to letter to Somali. Now, me can letter my prof responded to.
I've seen it too.
You've seen this letter. Now, in this letter, I'll refer and in fact, just the first paragraph. Say, I exceedingly regret delay in replying your letter. Blah blah blah. See, that man Kwame Nkrumah, who is now leader of government business, has started his tricks again. This time, he who is the government is inviting all political leaders and chiefs to join him to send an ultimatum to His Majesty's government of the United Kingdom for self-government now. And if rejected, to declare positive action, strikes, and boycotts. Then again, I had an interesting. See, there has been hectic activity all over the place. And on Sunday, we of the UGC, we of the UGC, JB Dankwane, Akua Asieduaa, Pagantino, Fratomom from UGC. See, we met at a great meeting and turned down the challenge flat. The challenge here is the self-government Nana, Kwame Nkrumah a preaching almost Omobogui flat, Mabogu flat, as being an invitation to criminal conspiracy against law and order. And this against law and order, UK for at the time, on law and order. Said the Kwame Nkrumah against Sergeant, a criminal. Prof, I'm not for see if you look at this letter clearly, even JB ought not to be celebrated as part of our history because clearly no person got to be independence.
Well, you see, internet first who feel for me. Who got today? Who Sam? And to go said don't open the can of worms because you people then different. So now you know those that have this position. It's about vilifying this great man. It's about doing that. And to me, if you ask me, I don't support it. The fact of the matter is that he played a role. Even if the role was, let's call it a devil's advocate one. He played a role. Truthfully, we should separate Nkrumah being the leader and from the fact that what he did was right or wrong. Me, I've never supported self-government now. I thought it was, they took us too fast, unnecessarily. And that is where we are here today. I think we could have done it slowly. As some people have done it and doing very well. You go to Mauritius, they are still in it. Hong Kong did it. There's some great nations.
But you shall see you just there. It's the man now.
Oh, shall see you because of Mujawi. But when shall see you know Mujawi, the way young Crawford to take the various serious positions you can keep on the progress it will fall. O start here now because say you the Nkrumah in person abo amudin omunum hwe odi obusisi akonya so because Nkrumah wanted, you see, that is the problem I had. He wanted to work with people with weaker, so to speak, minds, so that always the dominance. That is where the big sis had the problem with him. I don't but that does not take out the fact that he's the man he was. He led the whole thing. Two and the first time I started here, it's an acceptance enough that we need a superpower. Somebody with perhaps a sharp mind. And he did it. He did it. And such as he was actually a leader with some sense of conviction and, you know, so let's accept that. You know, we
the yesterday debate is said Nkrumah is
I mean, next time we'll say they are going to later, remember. You better more letter, but catch us say, as a time Nkrumah stage is an anonymity. Yes, Nkrumah. So the way they are denigrating him, is that what we want? Is that what we want?
As if Nkrumah stage declare independence in Nigeria. Understand cinema not all observing.
I'm saying he was trying to sensitize some people said they should go away. You know, so let's not go there. These are issues. If Ronaldo feel like that, he can celebrate, you know, and say to that. And see a movie. So maybe never went to be national prominence. But we have prominence in our life. We know my shrine to a movie fee. Me papa so. You can go ahead and do something like that. You know, but trying to a whole course of things wouldn't help anybody.
Right, Mami Bisa we finally enough move on to the finance minister in some talk. So again, I'm sure you remember the issue of JB Dankwa arrest. Kwame Nkrumah change 2 million. Now, and no between for penophobia historians they make the point that Nanado more like say JB Dankwa the wafa in more prominence is because of only Kwame Nkrumah Tawan, which led to, of course, the arrest. And so JB was a bit bitter. And Obesanka utu Kwame Nkrumah and Anko Yeyi and Ochilo Kotum. So the Akufo family blame Kwame Nkrumah for a JB Dankwa's death in Sawam prison. Obi kasa odi kana because I know nama of my penny percent chinchinachi or projecting the family members in this regard.
Oma chichire we day emoja begu oma bia ni wa chichire o wiase a emoja ngu menka say eye papa but we day there will be excesses because empenfo can say be say onipa nya tumi a na enoma bebre abaditi we can have a whole discussion on Kwame Nkrumah, the ideologies, the personality, the achievements. We can have a whole discussion on that. And the normal people who you bet me the essence is what I say. So normal way Kwame Nkrumah ya anko ye, anke bia. You bet me aye bi before fro. Ama o man let me akwa ni mo change say the paka ye we. We can have that discussion. But no question say. Ntina unse mission discussion na say no we bisa say omampeni ne how pa and say say the passion with which oka asem no he nani say de nani asia han no the address and the way he was speaking you go see say minim say na otetempa ne episode na word to there also asem no yade a
he's passionate about
yes he's passionate about it and you can see yes. The undertones are okay be.
Yeah.
So idea I woni mu ache. Sisi a wonya tumi no. Ena aba out there ye kan. Enti paka the fact is that anybody be o ha omo families are suffer for the sake of Ghana. But why was it important for example President Kufuor by no national reconciliation? Why was it important for national reconciliation to be done? Kofa ya kumomo ade ye bomu tuo emu kura say go to prison kura da wu a honorable death is himself political prisoner but kofa ya bo mu kofu tuo ya hwe wo mu anim kofa wo ma lose wo properties ni nyina ka part of the history no ho we must get to a point where we say let's move on as a nation there see wo ya chibia ya fanto. Of course, you need to make a wasem, but you can't wasem. Near the lessons, see, answer repeat this normal in the future. But then yes, you bring sad days here, holidays here away. Say, and Nana Danko Kufado, Abbey, Founders Day, any Kwame Nkrumah birthday, any other holidays, Abbey. What should say President Mahama Suba, Swunya Kwamba, and any other president a bar? I'm using President Mahama because you're about me or the same tradition in Tibia and yet appealing, say, or Babano or Babesa, no say. But what if any other person?
Oh, Mahama saw bar or very store 1st July on the Republic Day.
Yes.
So for the Kim. So Baba very store.
Yes.
Waka. And then the Matissa Waka. August 4 I meant is all come but say by extension or restore
of course.
First Republic of course August 1 you became.
Yes. Inti se kobasa and a prof kan yi. Na dear why interest in yourself? Why interest na yourself? Do we have time say you best better have you nebi abanfo frobia ba why changes na for yourself better na enti Kwame Nkrumah ye dey JB Dankwa ye dey we don't need this kind of we need masa say baby ejina ne AI world necessary ye wo people are thinking as to how they can solve issues very fast, get rid of human beings and use technology to solve issues. We are talking about unemployment here. How do we put our heads together? Now, sound normal way, me feel say petty.
Petty. Mate, Reverend Medasi. Sound normal way na petty. These are the comments of Reverend. But who comments you are? If we read a Japan document na, ni na can be. It all forms part of Nanado's agenda to project his family members, especially their Chim people over Ghana. Okay, Mati. Because what is the document? What? What?
Martin, me president can kind. Publications go articles why yes. So So bit me trust also be body too much. And there on never say from
Okay, anyway, so we'll move on to the finance minister, our very own, Eddie Abasse. Ghana for young fan check a year Akufo Banyo. So what they call economic hardship. Now the point is quite clear. Say and yet a bind be a pet. So one day team before no they call this kind of hardship more. Prof, let me start with you. I'm for say when you genuine apology. First of all, dear potty and no apologize for. Is it say Busano Mambo me watch no? Is it say we domestic debt? Me so DDP e become. Me obi a e become. Exactly, they come. Is it because of that? And I said because say ye combine elections in Intino. And now this apology from when you set send out.
Okay, you me chase papa no kasa no manage to be honest with you. And I mean Andam Namu, so if you look at his demeanor, his personality, he's more apologetic. You know, he's and this is not the first time I've heard him. And when you're your usual political finance minister who speaks with innuendos and invectives and you know every point he wants to make, he wants to draw somebody into it and you know justify it. You hardly see him like that. In fact, the last time I was discussing with somebody, I was saying, it seems Ghana we are lucky over the years. We seem to have our finance ministers like that. If you look at it, which is September was also like that.
Okay.
Before, was just like that. Even our own
Kenofurata, the man,
yes, would actually, you know, resort to the biblical instead of speaking about others, you know, and finally come back to Anta. I think for me, his speeches have always been heartwarming. To be honest with you, so whether a election time to know and I say, and yet true. I wonder, Akuma, ye nipa ye ni ye de shedi yet muso be true and only true. Every among be for from I can see a guy who has seen something which I believe he thinks they could have done better. Me who be a or the sushi mu free say na ba ebia na isa komu to ye itu anamapa. Na pa ka ba chi uba so a me no it I show. Medical catch say and Oyerepa in particular, say when he started with this mate thing, once you are made, you are accepting the fact that you are part of government. And to do baby, you are now say, Kasana, I say, me bad, I may be bad, man. And I say, you are also disassociated. Again, the internal inconsistency say, I can't want to say, and to be catching, I will say, a bear so will show so account. Now, a baby will do simply be answered. Or they chop baby. And I make catch say not necessarily so we do not do a book to the Casa Mepacho. No said obviously I can't accept them. Mancrofoc who say, who are this one the book for? Ijawa and I say my opinion now. Which one of for frozen? I don't chop and every no. And I know make a catch cancer and now which is or reckon the Japan so I catch them say yes. Or free say baby on me chassis no. Who be here say on best Ghana for. Yeah. Me tete o mo me kill MPP MPP no the development no more. But you see, anytime you're talking about the little development they've done, you want to reconcile it with the Sika Umenya. Any resources or my committee as a nation to the extent say that I'm making the haircuts. People that have died out of the haircuts. Me and Mickey and Wesley, I know retired lecturers. Some of them who were relying on some of these investment companies like Gold Coast. Beside me. We'll be 4 years. The man and the nana still are scattered from such people, you need to apologize to them. You need to beg them. So also open to us. I'm gonna open. Say Nipano, or show a or reconsider. That's the word. Yes, or reconsider. That's what trouble. You need to be, appeal to. That's the word. Appeal to the person. And appealing means can be a and I'm free said no hey yeah, no your parliament in America. And this I'm taking you to communication and what is involved. When he was speaking, the opposition were there. But listen to the background. You hear
in this particular parliament, he met some stakeholders.
Oh, okay. Then I'll rest that part. But I'm free say parliament because I was surprised. I didn't hear the answer. You don't come people can say, hey, you hear nothing. And I was thinking maybe the people were receiving it very well. And the minute we free say whatever it is, but who was question me? And dear no child. I think that could be clear.
Okay.
Little bit he mentioned because he mentioned the DD. Yes. Yeah. I think you could have gone further and mentioned all the things I count, financial improprieties and the including the cathedral, and there may be in here. If you say, I take a chunk of our resources, give it to me, boy. Cover time, you know the money that can want to net, behind your accounts, papa behind today. Until they committed us to IMF, which somebody have stood on again, another problem told us that we are what a proud nation and blah blah blah, and so he could go further and apologize to us. So as we said, what is apologizing for? I think should be made very very clear. Although he made some indication of apologizing.
But Prof, okay, then the question is, some say, winning with child lectures via. Died a few years ago. Still Massacano by DDP, in fact, the pensioners bondholders, he say, and they are clear, say, say, still crown, coupons, and buy.
Yes,
and you are apologizing. It's apologizing, who apologizing. The effect in they say, the people are still struggling. You're still going through the problem.
Fantastic point. I mean, again, that is why. You are the journalist that you are. So we say, we don't get the way maybe genuine.
Yeah,
that is where they are coming from. But I still want to say he has taken a step to the extent that he is not the president. He's only a cabinet member. Maybe he has put in. Recently, the president told us, or even himself, that they've released about 3 billion Ghana cedis.
Yeah, I think about is it 1.5 billion?
Yeah, to settle those
debts. Yeah.
I think say, one of they have turned the corner. Having turned that corner, they should be seen to be doing this. I don't know the chopper. It be every pay, but I still want to insist. Say for a politician to mount whatever, especially him. Of course, you look at Nanado and certain personality, and you see how unapologetic they are. And we can say, another I get to have been to a choreographer, so we are But I think he has done his bit.
Right.
He is part of the new generation of MPP, if you ask me.
Yeah. Last minute here.
So what I say, and you should the age near there. Perhaps he wants to continue his political life. Maybe if the vice president becomes president, maybe he wants to remain. So when we will not hear these apologies from the Osafo and the Kufuados and who knows where they are going, finally, so seriously, I still want to appreciate the effort he's made. For me, to extent. They need to do more.
Okay.
People should be seen. People should be getting back their monies. Because I'm going to be phobia. I'm so music. Now, second, but it's I'm say interest in program for music. But
for music and I'm paying investment in a mom. They don't need the interest for the
like you said, I say it is I won't be. But the Moko share, Master have credit you do be near the Mekan to me, Babu, manager, Ben Fiber, and soon. She carried the control bonds and I see in Yamik, no crew cray one. sorry welfare no matter sia e group one na me ado year kupu kakaka but a whole chunk of money. Wow. But they won't force. I could one day stand in front of the church and say mutia manufufu no man of music. So I could do that. Yeah. And they have a lot to do.
Okay. They have a lot to do. Remember we see there. Then the argument is Ghana for an apology, not from the finance minister, from the man himself, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. Because this is a man, the argument is Ochata plain kobaya, man for Kawansa. We are here. Or Bobisia, what bank for a bono coco. We are here. Or Shayabo said there wouldn't be any haircuts. And my mom for GDA. So, yeah, my haircut by. So, if somebody needs an apology, and I start to render an apology, then it is the man himself is actually Nana Akufo-Addo, and yet the finance minister.
Your part of it, I say. No question discussions here when he said December 7th, 2024, Ghana for Tuaba. The best share. And no more be ni betina so ya de beto ade ba ko a ye be hwe ya kwan any other infrastructure development we did say offer areas na aban waye bibi
well kind of so mo ye kwan
waye bi pa
but hope say any ID wonder because elections by ye kwan after elections na pa
yes maybe say the constituency maka ho asem and na me fie so amete abre possible thing say gusu gidigidi
and road here but to Christian service actually wa ma so mu fie
that's also quite another
that's how we say o ma fie I said I was there some about Sunday or say that's what we wo ma so
they call man
that's what we do oh man I'm doing money oh I see
and taxi drivers were foul
oh I see
enti say he no ma yidina so to aba e bi o hon mo people for abom homodin
right
but the economic management dia ye sika semon tutu they have failed woefully and Mejidi say asem here evidence the entire evidence say if you have a party no finance minister me be jina bontin catch say Ghana etima say sika sem years we will never go to IMF
yeah
we will never go to IMF
yeah
not less than 2 weeks less than 2 weeks so now Ghana jina IMF that should tell you say economic management MPP for Emodimono. Oh, and yeah, come here, no bit here, no tia. Yeah, and Confontia says, this is a party. And now a buyer, my main candidate, this is a buyer in our fourth republic. We Rollins, free one more. Nana Akufo-Addo in the first step. Look at his performance in elections, the first step. Many Ghanaians had hope in MPP. Many Ghanaians. So number of members of parliament NDC Lucy here, Emma MPP Geni here.
You see that.
That should tell you that Ghanaians had high expectations when it comes to the economic purpose. And ni Jadiabako, ni say MPP for dear. A basic assignment to year dear. MPP for year dear. But then yet me as I run Ghana a ground.
Oh, it's a COVID by.
Oh
no, I mean you give them that. So I mean COVID, Russian Ukraine. I mean that has been the
that is their defense. That is their defense. Paka. No kwasem ni say. OSHA campaign promises MPP about transforming this economy. Dr. Baumia kept talking about Guggisberg economy. True. Guggisberg economy.
True.
Guggisberg economy. And you know, so within 8 years, even in the presence of COVID and Ukraine war, and Maya Rishimu said, "Sa no more we are yenti about transforming economy in the future." And then point it out to me. And no man can bet me here one district, one factory. Say say, what is the can was in you? Say. And no man can bet me a Danny Ghana any, you say value addition. Ye cocoa, Yanko Bio, Enco Sabio, ye go do no, Enco Sabio. Paka, 8 years, Eco say. And yes, COVID be here, baby. Ukraine war, Russia, Ukraine war, baby. But the fundamental issue is before the net year, we can say, before the new economic growth, net translated into the some macro economic indicators there, GDP, net translated into the because the ACC say
because I am a foreign crack, don't only read their document, they tell you.
Yes.
We had a very vulnerable economy.
Yes, COVID
exacerbated our problems.
It's a COVID problem. Let's Ghanaians understand that. Please, they can't take us for granted. And the COVID didn't create a problem. No? Because, so, we papa, we fie, no matter what. Now, you bet down with your car. This you can look to you, that's when you come up on Homa. Never shiny in a year. I'm telling you, never sending you to carry now because Scaminia contour if some could use your car. Let's just say there's something wrong with the management. But finance minister, Enna Pacho.
So my question is, should it come from him or Mampenino when we're asking him, the money fly, private jet, and all fly, private jet, no Bobbies and Yadi? One no more.
May they come there in relation to question of he said. Anka all this actual parubano na ko furia te generate in say good next na ka furia te generate oh sorry na ko mod ni theater no ko furia ta gentleman na ko ni theater ko ni ehum say ampa
no say you know what the finance minister
can buy for the yi ni ko ye
a good point
yenya kola na to man mo paka yenya bri what Ghana how yeyi ofuria ta
advisor to the finance minister
yes presidential advisor. Yeah, man, so the Nakotna Jubilee House or no. Any Nakotna or Hokradia up to Jenny Senifaso. First, they said no ministries. And they said what Jenny Senifaso. So, it is a weird Sanoma way now. Now the chopper bar. And Kofubusa questions, he said, how genuine is this apology? Tina Mega said, see, how organize the forum be? You say, finance ministry in Ghana for be engaged in a conversation, honest conversation about the economic issues. Current finance minister now, and don't forget, Ufuriata is still part of
part of the system. He's part of the system. Yeah.
Now Ufuriata now.
On free more cries.
Now, I mean under Antam and Eddie Chopper Basa Ampa. Ya nyenwo me ya. Did you say president no kra nke to send some positive signals. I'm telling you. Because maybe be a president waiting America. But say the making if we are taking an echi, Edin is a good echi. And now, Doctor I mean Adam Eka. And I will feel the ball. We are analyzing all these things. Because maybe Obaya me boni, Akola me boni. Now mami uja akola no na ba be pame chewa. The sebe obi a oye pani bia na dwun do be say na akola no oye boni no. Owai
I see.
Yes, you will.
The real person to apologize, and yet, Dr. Amin, it should be the finance minister kind of writer from a
yes, but to say, let's assume, say, or you behind the scenes.
Oh, good.
And say, you say, or you the purpose of Moka Bibi Ghana for that. Unia Ura Ajman, see you, and I say, Mr. Utu Champo, you saw Ometra. You bet me the show and one more camera. But also, what can you be what you do? I was all coming nipa bi gina wachi ema omu yedu ni ehunu sa asem no ye kana afede atokodo hwe
the apology ne mo ha
so because you know edi anim for most part of MPP government here sa enoma nyina
7 years
onu oti ho bi ameka say wo render apology kura wo tweti and how do we take him serious because paka be Ghana gina no economically finance minister ya na say only IMF focus ya America. What America we video buy IMF scanning be hit 300 million plus and back Ghana be here there Ghana be also
the money will stay stabilized.
Say what maybe $1 nijina. Ahefo enye se kasa na yede. Nemu Ghana eyeda ye nyina yetim. Intimidate me feel say politicians there do lessons are and no one be brain woman to me. Banku nyina omuka. Omuka banku ko botire nyina. And you all not forum be no say yeah pamicho na heading. What politicians African politicians
it's you know one apology more her. Two, do you find it say a genuine? And I think say a genuine. Part for problem or believe say a genuine. What about you?
Well, but Prof. Krawan can say genuine because we see on our conclusions. Oh yeah, I was say genuine no. And focus on a dear be na mo anyi ya mo pa mo.
Because of my week at
that is the point. And consistency about ho. A dear who and ye pacho. Was baka obi abetibeti be can say I'm sorry. But I'm sorry for what? I'm sorry, sir. And then mama exchange rate, you know. I could do say dollar rate, you know. I'm sorry, some mama could do say. I'm sorry, sir. Fuel prices. Yen to me a manager, I could do say. Then people can begin to say, okay, someone here to me there. And yet, what is the way forward? Now what proposal BB? Now they are to us, all right. You realize, say, some mama went to my yen to me and you say, yes, they to me. A quite way, yeah, but first, yeah, interrogate issues, not from there.
There's a question about this here, and from Kweku or say, Parker, ask your panelists, why should Akufo-Addo, Ken Ofori-Atta apologize? They are not contesting for any position again. Bawumia should rather be the one to apologize to Ghanaians because he is the head of the economic management team. Prof, where we are now?
No, he has a point. That's the point, especially about me and I'm carrying.
But Bawumia is not in charge, and we made it clear about Bawumia. He's not in charge.
But still,
when you're on your president, when you're finance minister,
yes, but he wants to be he's running in the name of the party that brought this administration to power, and so he has a stake in it. I say to me, Pacho. But then Ofori-Atta Akufo-Addo, I'm contesting. But you see,
they are not seeking any power.
It will be in their interest because you see, I believe they will be more comfortable with Bawumia becoming president than anybody else.
So hand you over Bawumia.
And they say it's that.
It's also so hand you over.
Now, open and their mind pen, two different things. Open. And don't mind the penny. And look at the element, the fanaticism politicians is the only time he tries to be a food soldier, you know, is when he says these things. I mean, it just does not make sense.
The president is the president.
That is what the only time he mimics the state of a food soldier is when he said that will hand over to Nigeria Bawumia. That is the power that lies in the hands of Ghanaians. Definitely not when they do Akufo-Addo. In America say food soldier talk. You know, wow, because he only say the will of the people and the obedience. Only you know, when you meet party for the who has a bit food soldierism. No, I can't. The food soldiers in the academy. Then I make us a food soldier. He's exhibiting their features. You know, and that is it. And you know, a bear say the question about cooking. On the summer about we campaign now. A bear said, I mean, and I can also when they get the opportunity, then says I want to ma ba Bawumia. Na yakrade kwan bi so Ghana for ya fail mo na ye jiri se Bawumia de onye dey everybody can say MPP for ye yokoto na ba no all time the came no mbuza and say economy no okachi am say ono de ono
the next president
will fix it,
will fix the problem.
How did I send for the chop and the sauce or the chassis or because okachi say from that time no dey ono so ya da no dwamfunu onye hwe. So be kind, under kind. Almost want to try that part. But that statement is tantamount to saying me would It's just tantamount to saying that. So there more than 1 year for you to go. You was also getting trained.
The next president in the bar. Best solving problems in a mind.
Now Ubi can jump from what you lose Senator. Then let me catch you say there are certain things that don't want the air so at about as I can people lose. And no one, do so no but Reverend Kai, there are a lot of issues people are going to look at. And on the and today should take that opportunity to begin to connect with the people. But me about a campaign the lecture I've heard, of course, they always want to hide the pictures But of course, we go further to ask questions. And it seems he's doing his best. I'm bet we have one more by coming out to apologizing to Ghanaians.
Yes.
And I'm a kind of more apologizing. Then you made this so. To say that and say, but we acquire and until you to nurses allowance. But you know, my catcher, and also the idea, a bit proud of my way cry. Because when you crack at you, say, to grow down to the chow from a town to her. What you to grow up?
Solve your problem, yeah.
Because, yes, it can free, baby. Yeah, just say, yeah, I did. Now the way can I pay that as we speak. Sita,
we are ready to close down the schools.
Yeah. Most of the university helping hands wants to embark on strike.
Oh, I see.
By 9th August.
I see.
The tables, the senior staff association, they are getting started. Wow. I'm saying market on your max now.
More market time.
I'm saying China. And you can any copy the scandal and not a for elections. Election time overspending and into 2 about the year. Knock off a bay unit there. So today, be as a metascrophore can acquire free sisters and grand. I don't mean mobile catcher say. This is a mechanic, so wouldn't we who history, no one who present your future is bleak. The other day I was talking to you about hindsight, inside, and foresight. So when you say your life is bleak, very bleak.
I see. Another pay. So, a chop on it here. Rev say a moha. From where you sit to the moha, and I said Munyaha. Sankemube Duananka Kenovata Janichi. Nanka and Sagu Neti. Yeah. Na chop and I just say, yeah, patron. But yeah, patroning now, be the kind. So, me bo reverend assume. And because I'm sorry, it doesn't take away the facts of my bonus. My bo. Pains in the obey feeling. It's patchouli. Still, the people are going through pains. Then I'll activate the phone lines for you shortly. Then and again, the founders day no Kwame Kumane and the founders in them. In fact, Matika says there's no big sis. Big sis in the year is a crazy. I buy I just say no crowd because the question is, Grant and the leader of UGCC. How is it that big sis non count? And it's a very thought-provoking question. Grant or any UGCCU, but Bob Big Sis now. Grant is not part of the Big Sis. Anyway, it's an obey. What did he say? A year coming when I founded Ghana, or you will argue with the president? Say we reject the notions of one man and the founder a year Ghana. I actually the phone lines for you. But finally, Rev, I'm also can in Japan. Then some not care about someone called Pacho. No, that concerns that. On no kind of Nafa. Because he is a man who didn't care say Bamia cannot win the election. In their primaries, it's not kind. If you look someone called Pacho, you don't win election, then he's been inconsistent. It was a man.
All right, Parker. One thing that we must remember is that only Baumia ne corporate.
True.
About
yeah.
Na Mahama Nkaho.
No Mahama Nkaho.
What was his comment about Mahama? So you have to put the two in perspective. One would have only Prof. Mafu ne corporate baby. And I'm Mushamu dem na mudi munkomo. Maybe the mijin and chain. So move here, move Dania be facing. There were the mobile castle family. So what I say, Tenudian can say because a in-house, you know, but I mean there are lessons for the future. Say, right, who will be corporate of Yah. So I no Casa because that you know, a bit me as a buabo. I have a bit myself about Tenudia before say, and Kenyadia, but Nadia umbeti. Okay. Because Mahama, I sat on this platform and told you that Mayura Mahama, me penas empire ni political utterances.
So kind of crepa.
Me so kind of crepa. So okay, because how then you pushing it go. No, I mean the politicians, you know. Yes, politicians do so. Also, the OBB na no kind. Say me, they buy you jump. On the OBB na no kind. But yeah, politicians be no why you crowd and you will jump through as a freezing. The dear say freeze mama freeze. So but they have not come out to say it. Bob you jump through as actually
money and it's yes, money and it's the woman are okay. Oh my you drive through and freeze you me. And then the guy what I can say
obi fa flight plane o tuko yes
these are the facts of
ona okay ona kind of indication
o abo fat
ona abo so obi ejare obi emi e ka oso wontie enne de area kwa ko do that is the truth about Ghanaian politicians. But Paka, Ghana Abreu, Ghana Abre, it was said, Yenina, Yetumi, SSI, Junior, you be push your Maya Queen than Babia, ye wo, say, Yenina, Empire, and Sanky, Bessoriano Pa, na Ubia Kone Juma so Koyene, Jumobi, any Miri will be, Kakrebi, Ubia Benya Biano, as soon as D, Ubia and as soon as the Enka crack, dear, prepare. So, because or maybe in America, Ghana, how be our man a chance of economy. There are people who live on the streets.
Of course.
What did you ball them
on the train?
Yes, so American po, inti o maybe any woman your cry. But ye hanu ohiano e was so. I was it me adwumaden. Na yetumi pushi e ho koye nim se be ya ebitumi ati ohiano so. Na mrante ni mabawa ebitumi nya dachi papa. That's all we want. And we can do it.
Reverend, that's not pay. Ebusia for not pay. My guest, Professor Charles Ofosumafo, Provost or Ken University, Reverend Justice Bofa Pokumensa, Chadia, Christian Service University. If I don't say my master's, my master's, maybe if I say the amount and check now, I'm a happy birthday, Emma, Mrs. Margaret Amwa, so su, and I so su, yo. The Donna Freno Nana Ama of New Jersey, United States of America, way free your daughter-in-law, Mrs. Dinah Sosu. Okay, it's there's a happy birthday to Mrs. Margaret Amwa Sosu, United States of America, New Jersey. Now, I wish for the bomb guy says, when you kata when you code the kakra mesre so befa a pro code where you free jako now maybe a to our drugstore be a from on 0302678999 0302678999 open the door to our call a year kojak farmer for Australia ewo o kind drag liner the fan of the door ewo now one person will come to the question there mkoye dwumane ade me can for express group amount of pay Kumasi omo Asafo Labor Roundabout, Accra omo First Light, Tema, omo Committee 18, Shiani, omo Silver House, oko Tamalia, omo Ayana Building, Takrade, omo Market Circle, omo name Hot Ernesto Fast Food, ena, edition mo. Na obeti me afre omo on 055 555 0067 055 555 0067 and 0249 000448 0249 000448. Also Canada, UK, Australia, USA, Germany, from Beboa. The lines are active now. It will be to me from the pay now. What do I do? Chediaba. Send a Jumadi Suno, a Hano, Ubit Machawagan, a Yama Casam, ente. It's Medasi. We see, I am really enjoying your guest and you are moderating the show very well. Thumbs up. Reverend is serious but very calmly way of stating his mind. Yoyati. So we are calm, but we are serious about it. Now he adds on to say that your mature nationalistic guest speaking to the topics without political partisanship. May God bless them. Yo. Hello, good morning.
A very big good morning to your church listeners. My one and only brother, Parker Wilson.
And then if we join the Pesca video. Right, we join
You see, better pop at them, any level of communication. That's all. It seems that anytime we have pop for any opportunity, you prepare or downplay the intelligence of food soldiers. Me and Meno Katai, you're a degree holder, Paka, they are my masters, and to make pop. And that's what feel a year no for prof, and also started as a food soldier. I see I want one guy to person or food soldiers for them, and better. Now, between Mahama and Akua Asieduaa, why they so better Ghana for actual because I'm Busao. Mahama on one time or dear to do some for 4 good years. Mahama at a time or try next and teacher to any allowance man crano, a school fees affording in every year movie school. Mahama and me for a single nurse for school. I'm then for me graduate unemployed association. Mahama at a time of catcher and you say, or your magician, I'm not the teacher of Amayano, and that's after 4 years, I'm by the swabber. Or no, one can't cancel my apologize. Now, go further and then I don't know my Ghana and collect school free of charge. What is our problem? I apologize to Ghanaians.
Point 1 minute. Point 1 minute. Pesca. That's a point 1 minute. I'm a correspondent. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, I'm Bache first and everything.
I'm Bache FM. Ivan Kasefri Accra Sotium.
Great. Evan, sit down.
Mr. Paka Mechia Pani were TF1 near Kukunda for Mugo. Yamin Shao.
Evan, sit you.
So, my goodness, your man Penikano. Maybe when you say frustrated being why. Media margin no and Kwame Nkrumah say more can me person who say your friend say oh Independence Day no who show mo na mo ati se fugu no mo ejigina ho no omo ye nipa ben omo na wose omo din eba sika no ne big face ni so ye toso mienu me yes the money ma who say Kwame Nkrumah no Ghana for ye mpanu nti ye hia no wonkrofo ye pa mo chewa
Evans Martin for the one made mame next corner so. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Otieno. You are my fat next call no I don't pay. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. But first and everything.
Good morning.
Great. You're trying to pay.
It was operated in the middle of nasty. And I'm going to show them for say, now, every about me, on our blessings, you know, the Casabon, but or Casayan Casana and Bobo Yakra. So you me out, or blue, or blue off for the name, which is about number 1 month maker. As I've got it, first you be back. But in the microphone, I should say, I've got a cacat of me and Tessia. I read also and I will come man. The provisional about me up there. I'm not a pay. Never know it.
Mate.
Yes,
Mate. Points on me, Medasi. I go for the cast and on can I more about me. Hello, good morning.
Oh, open a curse, Christ, and I couldn't and go.
Mr. Poniana.
Fantastic work, shot.
Yet you want to pay, Mr.
You want to have a pick in your chair. It's excellent to join the man and mamma, 24 hours, Lord, or Chopper, or no, here, Chopper, because I was here putting him near Panato, younger than upon us at Panato, in the piano bar. But when the guys are winning, baby, put them a chance to do, I see a Santa region or Mutobama pass. Like a Mutobama development, I think I stand to the end, this is stronghold.
Young come once more for the FNC. Young Connect corners on the pay quickly. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning. But you're first and everything. You're trying to pay.
But I just say me part about my jump from.
Oh. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. But you're first and everything, sir.
A feminine answer from the Cafe Free JJ, voter region.
Great. No, that's a feature on pay.
Me were a footwork kaka edema MPP government. A choir of my teachers first no. You bet you more for more than because some of us are real school after 2023. Upgrading, say about upgrading certificate no. Yes, say the about the act so. In here upgrade here. What's one man here recruiting for with the degree bus system no mobile register salary higher than yours. Past you've been in the service over 5 years. But
young corner, so the point well made, your concern has been well articulated. That's it. I'm corner. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Parker.
Yes, sir, but you're first and everything, senior.
Mr. Boateng,
Mr. Boateng, it's on pay.
Yeah, na Ghana. Yeah, near maybe when I said that name said the Abacus some near the SDA. The Kwesi Hospital, as I see a Kwame Nkrumah or this is the Kwesi Hospital, men are non media. Men are now 132 years. In the far as somewhere for Kwame Nkrumah only doctor, beach lay and pa. Now the story na ya na one e kekana one e totro no. Eyam ya say book bi am na kwame nkoma de ba me na no no atro ya abre no. Odi be wini election no. Book nya na metam na me kokodu a. Ntoko na we house no e na book no koye dey e koyirae. Nga ta book no ho na nka me de bro na o kan ya. Mo beti na ma bibiri di dey asie. Nti mi si am na kan sa ba patam na determine. Enya de kwame nkoma me ni na ni ye dey. Eya nan.
I see.
Because I know the story.
Okay.
When you want to him for near day, a fast. And into that him for that.
But that notwithstanding, no, your carbon significance when it comes to independence. And
so once you can't say when now can you are right. But once the pen of one can't say, but can't say a kufu buy on your feet.
Oh, we're free so.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, me too. Mr. What me too.
Messi, won't say a bra now COVID MI. A who in the first term of one homody. You call COVID time, and I never say so. Be a who hesitated, you never be seen as you didn't do that. That's a we get maybe we are. I shall never for that time.
Mate, Mr. What me that say. But on this COVID matter, they be a can have said. I refer mon Google a year Pierre Laporte, World Bank Country Director Ghana, on Ghana's economy in 2019. Or boy, a economy sinking in 2019. That was before COVID came to Ghana. COVID by Ghana in 2020, March 2nd, 2020, and COVID by Ghana. To mention so. Hello, good morning.
Baka, good morning. Bibi Abokode.
Jamia Domi Hoya Pai first and African.
Baka, ini Idris ni to
Idris
mo aba so pa na ifa kwanya sincha ni so nya chama ne ko jade da power bantama na mishira no baka no ko tamba ni se ina ze ho ka ya covid China na covid free o nso so mo economy na e tizen Russia Ukraine war and Russia Ukraine mo ko na me ko na e ye chen be ya ade ni free ko e ba they are one for the shop. The American is a president, minim, the only free one come out. And now you learn the poor to be man more. So it is independent, your friend is a Pahudiano. Yeah, dear, Ghana history, yes, I try to put you. I have one common in there's pretty kids in a case. Not the other region. When it's to us, I'm people like your mamma, but progressively. I was to buy it. And when they don't want to say, I'm from out there when I will be one
moment. I'm in for last call enough a miracle up this morning on the show. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Paka.
Yes, sir. My Jefferson and African.
Paka, Central Market, and I'm doing a Josu.
A Josie, it's on a pay.
Paka Mamicia and this regional chairman and Kwesi and Dr. Frank Abuakonene. Namencia could add a papa. Paka, Kakra maker and say, and now me who self finance minister so of the fire show. Paka, the finance minister Yato Abavano. Nanado, any Baumia Yato Ababa who Musho May, so Baumia and the head of economic management team. What do you think of no? Woman at the Drew, the Drew. And the package say a Pachopa. Your Pachopa is more than a free of Mampagini and now the head of economic management team. No, finance minister, the only day what you say, what now we are, when you say the two.
Medasi, point well made. Ekiaba, Yababeko, and I have made the point. I will encourage you in Asia. Yempe the agreement between Ghana and the IMF. No, but covenant Russia Ukraine. I see when you read it, it's quite simple. In that document, it is quite clear. That is why I'm saying, but the point is that no, what the form that na covenant by it say finish up. Aha, that's what it is. And I know King, because Ukraine for economy. Yet here, you call Ukraine. Say you compare a brony at Ukraine. Recently, I'm penny one day. Recently, to talk about agribusiness and all of that. It's almost bomb see or directly, no. They're doing better than us. It's COVID, less institutionally. Prof, you have a call. Any final words to it?
Final words, I had to say. I mean, there's a Upesika. Maybe we are political activists, and also that we have so food is as it is. the foot is closer to the ground.
Yeah.
The food is closer to what? The ground. You can only grow up. It's about time he grows up. Now, who's honestly a prominent person? Being a food soldier is not a good thing. It is a pride in yourself with that time. Unfortunately, I don't. My boy is all rising. Everyone. Another reason, and they say, and said to be a political, if we uncle for one, who can't say what about your mother, and then I make a one to change the base. But I say, any nationalistic, everyone, they say, on one another man, say, you only decided to obey the power. That is true. Only he knows that. That is true. In the opposite, I must make for us and pass the Okama. The American say, you need to pick up. Be you a parliamentary candidate like a bebo.
Rev. Yeah, find out what's that. The American say a bus studio have topics, and you discuss it. Inti, and then you discuss it. Finance Minister apology. Yeah. Me sure say you can say you can apology in general. Say political. Those who have had opportunity to govern this country, one also more apologize. Yeah, sure. Say you quite better so. You better analyze it. Yeah, na tie for no mutie ya. Omu say you baha. So limited time na you baha no. Short time you baha na ye specific topics. Na ye ka. Dear, yanka jo mahama ho asem. Yes, yanka jo mahama ho asem. Na say you ba jo mahama ho asem. Kebeka. Ye metina ha MPP fo nware ya no pa metina ha. NDC fo nware ya no pa metina ha. O man who don't see. And I sorry, Edibeboa, Edibesum, or may Edasi. For that's Reverend Justice Bofa Pokubensa there for you. Yeah,
Kwesi, yeah, phone. I was your phone is here, and you better not say. Your transfers our house at Brennan. So, you did 1 minute is a Nebrenaso. And a man's watch out, Diasona one, training 1 hour, 2 more jibbo. I was say, sorry, ma sometime with 2 champo, and a sports crew no, and the sports, a better one so. Yamia dum na odumi and qua, a china, yet the Fiera Diano, a baby Thomas, and you know, you may no pay. Me didn't de Kwesi, do I mean, Bema?
Kwesi Parker Wilson, I was for young watching now. The best bar with another edition of OBT. Have a good morning.